Today's class we are going to discuss about customer service available in retail industry. So when I speak about business, so as we all know that sales is the lifeblood of business. So without sales there is no business. So what is customer service? Customer service, here there is a retail customer service. It is like any other customer service so that we can attract loyal customers. So effective customer service is possible only when there is trained salesman and responsive communication, effective use of technology and empathy for customer needs. Through this, customer service is possible. So when I speak about customer service, what does it mean? So customer service is nothing but provide customer with assistance. We have to provide customer assistance in any matters, answering their questions. Suppose if the customers are having queries regarding the product or any other aspects, we need to answer their questions, helping them to solve the problem. If any problems arising due to the product or any other reasons, we need to try to solve those problems so that we can create a loyal customers. Nextly, we are having tips for effective customer service. So there are certain tips which we need to follow. Firstly, listen to your customer, find out what they want, create meaningful displays, try to build better experience, etc. So listen to your customer. It means the retail industry has to assess what customer needs. We have to find out the needs, requirement of the customer and create a product according to their requirements. Find out what they want. It is not that what we are producing and we are selling to the final customer according to our taste and preference. We have to dig into the matter, what are their requirements. So we need to find out what the customer wants and we need to satisfy the customer wants through various attractive displays, either through the retail store or website. Try to build better experience. So the communication must be possible only through some proper modes of communication. It could be through Twitter, internet, Facebook, WhatsApp or Instagram or any other modes of communication. We can build better experience through all these multi-channel platforms. Hence, when there is effective customer service, business can carry on for a longer period of time. So this is about what is customer service, how can we develop customer service, what are the tips for the customer service, how the customer service will be effective. So nextly we'll discuss about promotion decision for global retailing. So let us understand what is global retailing. So global retailing is nothing but selling of products across the boundaries of the country, geographical boundaries of the country, to the consumers available in different parts of the world. So there are different parts of the world consumers are available. For them we are going to sell the products across the geographical boundaries of the country. So when I speak about global retailing, there are products like Intel or Facebook or IBM, Toyota or the L'Oreal product, etc. They operate on global level. So why we need global retailing? To attain global presence and recognition and to capture potential market in many countries so that we can have operation global level. Nextly, we'll discuss about promotion mix. So when I speak about promotion mix, it includes advertisement, sales promotion, digital and direct marketing, personal selling, sponsorship, public relations. So the blend of all this will give you promotion mix. So there are certain aspects we need to concentrate regarding the promotion mix. Firstly, nature of the product. So when I say nature of the product, so we need to follow different promotional techniques. So promotional techniques will differ from the nature of the product. It is not same for all the products. Suppose if you think of consumer goods, now say for example refrigerator, toothpaste, etc. We have to go for mass advertisement. But in case of industrial goods, it could be the machinery or any other accessories, we have to go for personal selling. So the promotional techniques we need to use in case of consumer goods, it is only the mass advertisement so that we can attract the customer. In case of industrial goods, we have to go for personal selling. Secondly, we are having nature of market. So depends on the nature of market, we need to identify the promotional tools. So where the customers are located means one particular customer location. So even the customer location will influence the promotion mix. Suppose imagine if the customers are small in number and they are located in a particular area, for the such particular customers we can use personal selling, that is useful technique. Suppose if the customers are widespread among all the geographical area, then we have to use personal selling and sales promotion techniques. So if the customers are small in nature and they are located in one particular area, only personal selling is useful. We can use that particular technique. If the customers are widespread, then we have to use personal selling as well as sales promotion technique, that is of nature of market. Thirdly, we are having product life cycle or stage of the product. As we all know that the product passes through different stages. It starts from introductory stage, growth stage, maturity stage, decline stage, or it's called as saturation stage. So there are different promotional techniques we need to follow, depends on the stage of product cycle. If it is an introductory stage, so in case of introductory stage, the product, it's a new product we are introducing to the market, so it needs wide publicity. So we need intensive advertisement to create awareness of the product. So in case of introduction stage, since the product is new, we need to create a publicity. So that is done only through advertisement so that customers are aware of the product. So if you think of growth stage, advertisement is needed to the maximum extent. In case of maturity stage, sales promotion is needed. So we have to give more importance to the sales promotion technique. If it is a declining stage, then advertising and sales promotion are minimum. So keep into consideration introductory stage. Since the product is new, we need to go for advertising so that we can attract the customer. If it is a growth stage, just the advertisement is enough. Maturity stage, once again sales promotion is needed. Last, that is declining stage, advertising as well as sales promotion, that should be the minimum. Last, fourthly, availability of funds. Suppose if the company is carrying on production with more funds, they spend more for advertisement and sales promotion. So it depends on the availability of funds in the organization. If the companies are having sufficient funds, then they can spend more for advertising and sales promotion techniques. Suppose if the company is having limited funds, then they can depend on promotional techniques such as personal selling, that is door-to-door salesman is possible. Fifthly, nature of technique. There are different techniques are used by different organizations. So each technique has their own features. Suppose if you think of if the company is using advertisement as a technique or a tool, it is actually an impersonal mode of communication and it can be used for building long-term image and selling the product. Suppose if it is advertisement, it is an impersonal mode of communication so that we can build a long-term image and we can sell the product. Suppose if you think of techniques such as personal selling means wherein which it involves more of face-to-face interaction so that we can develop bonding. And if it is a sales promotion technique, it is like short-term incentives are given to the salesperson so that we can induce the buyer to buy the product. So when I speak about nature of techniques, there are advertisement, there are personal selling, there are sales promotion. In case of advertisement, it's an impersonal mode of communication. In case of personal selling, face-to-face interaction, developing bonding is possible. And in case of sales promotion technique, short-term incentives so that we can induce the buyer to buy the product. Nextly, we are having promotional strategies. So what type of promotional strategy company can adopt? There are two types of promotional strategies. One is push strategy and one is pull strategy. So in case of push strategy, manufacturer will force the dealer to carry out more of advertising techniques. Here, manufacturers are inducing the dealer to carry out the advertising technique. Now we can give the example of personal selling is effective in case of push strategy. So what is push strategy? Manufacturer are inducing the dealer to carry out the more advertising technique. So personal selling is effective. So in case of pull strategy, consumer asks the dealer to carry the product. So here consumer themselves purchasing the product. So here effective tool could be advertisement and sales promotion. So push strategy, personal selling is effective. In case of pull strategy, advertisement as well as sales promotion is effective. Lastly, readiness of the buyer. At different stages, promotional tools will differ. So it will vary. So at different stages, the promotional tool will differ. Suppose if you think of comprehension stage, wherein which we need both blend of advertising as well as personal selling is effective. If it is a comprehension stage, both the techniques we need to adopt. If it is a conviction stage, only personal selling, that is door to door, is effective. If it is a sales closure, then sales promotion as well as personal selling, that is effective. So readiness of the buyer, it differs from stage to stage. So the promotional techniques we have to differ. Comprehension stage, we have to go for advertising as well as personal selling. If it is a conviction stage, only personal selling is effective. If it is a sales closure, sales promotion as well as personal selling, both the method we need to apply in case of promotional mix. Thank you.